Today I've come to Chichester Cathedral in the West Sussex city of Chichester. There are very interesting details about the history of the cathedral on their website, which I gained most of the upcoming information from. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. Construction of this 950-year-old cathedral began in 1075. The construction used stone from the Isle of Wight, which is a small island off the south coast of England. Building was completed in 1108, meaning it took a staggering 33 years to build. The cathedral's roof was made of wood, and in a number of fires throughout the 1100s, both the roof and east end of the cathedral were destroyed. The roof was rebuilt with stone and some of the cathedral changed, and it was reconsecrated in 1199. It wasn't until around 1400 that the spire, cloisters and bell tower were constructed. In 1642, during the English Civil War, much of the cathedral was damaged. In 1861, both the tower and spire collapsed due to cracks appearing in the stone. This George and Grade II listed house on the Cathedral Green is one of 5 holiday cottages on the grounds. It used to be a chapel in the 13th century. I believe this cottage was part of the same 13th century chapel and is also a holiday home which you can rent. I'll walk you through the cloisters as I get to the other side of the cathedral. They are made of stone and were built in the 15th century and house the royal chantry where the cathedral offices are. There is a cafe at the cloisters too with its own toilets. An 18th century sundial can be seen here at the southern end of the cathedral. Opposite the cathedral entrance is this gate leading to the Prebendal School, the cathedral's choir school. Chichester has the only remaining detached medieval bell tower, which I wish I'd taken more footage of. It's still used today by bell ringers, but is in need of restoration. In front of the bell tower is this huge bronze statue of St Richard. This is a relatively new addition to the cathedral grounds, as it was completed in the year 2000. Just inside the main entrance, this is the view looking north, with modern chairs set out for congregations. I haven't looked this up, but I wonder if there used to be pews here. It's a shame they aren't still here, as it looks a little too modern the way that it is now. This copper font located in the baptistry was dedicated in 1983, far more recently than I assumed. In the southwest corner next to the entrance is the Chapel of St Michael, also known as the Sailors' Chapel. It is a memorial to the Royal Navy and the people of West Sussex who died at sea in World War II. It was dedicated by Queen Elizabeth II and the Duke of Edinburgh in 1956, then refurbished in 2017. There is so much history just in this one area of the cathedral that I didn't film. But I did at least get this bell, which is from the last ship of the ships named HMS Sussex, of which there were 5. On the east side, walking along the south aisle, we come to the Chapel of St George, the memorial chapel of the Royal Sussex Regiment, with names of nearly 8,000 soldiers who died during World War I. The chapel was restored in 1921. This is the choir, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Q-U-I-R-E. The wooden stalls date from the 1330s, yet much of the original fabric is still in place and used daily. The cathedral's 17th century organ, built in 1678, stands high above the choir. In 1986 it underwent a rebuild, but still kept much of the original pipework. This is the Lady Chapel, a place set aside for prayer and reflection. It's got a lot of history and hasn't always looked as it does now. Like most of the cathedral, the details are fascinating, but beyond what I'm able to cover here. This area is called the North Transept, on the north side of the cathedral. Under the great window are paintings of bishops of Chelsea and Chichester. They were commissioned in the 1530s and painted by Lambert Barnard and his descendants. This is the Chapel of St Clement, dedicated to the 3rd Bishop of Rome, built around 1300 and restored in 1898. It's still used daily. The high altar represents the Holy Table, a place for gifts and prayers to God. The tapestry was installed in 1966 and is by John Piper. This is the Chapel of St Mary Magdalene, with a painting from 1961 by Graham Sutherland. The painting is considered a significant piece of modern art as it portrays the first realisation by a mortal that Christ had risen from the dead. The original St Richard's shrine was destroyed in 1538. This altar was restored and placed at the site of the shrine in 1930. To me, this is the most interesting artefact in the cathedral. Situated along the south-east aisle under protective glass are the remains of Roman tiled flooring. This was part of what's thought to be a Roman house that was there before the cathedral. These creepy-looking figures in the north aisle are laying on a tomb chest called the Arundel Tomb. They were brought from Lewes Priory when it was dissolved in 1537. Lewes, by the way, is a town in what is now West Sussex. This is a monument to Robert Sherborne, Bishop of Chichester from 1508 to 1536. And this is an effigy on the tomb of Richard Durnford, Bishop of Chichester from 1870 to 1895. This high altar frontal was made in 1899 by G.F. Bodley. This is a small chamber organ built around 1780. It has been restored and the old hand-powered blower replaced with an electric blower. That's it from the inside, although there are many details and historic artefacts I didn't film. I'm now walking back through the cloisters and towards the gardens. This is St Richard's Walk, and at the end we find the deanery, built in 1725. Walking through this arched entrance, we enter Bishop's Palace Garden. Despite its location, this is a public park maintained by the council. The gardens date back to 1147, although have recently been extensively refurbished. I'm coming to the end of my tour now. It's strange to walk from a place almost 1,000 years old down a narrow path and out into the modern world.
Well, I'm back at Littlehampton, Anchor Springs, where all the buses stop, waiting for a bus home. It's been a long day. I feel like I've done loads and loads. I planned to film all around Chichester, but I ended up doing mostly the cathedral. I got so much in the cathedral that I'm now planning to do a video just for the cathedral, and I'll go and do the rest of Chichester another time. We'll see how it goes when I'm editing. By the time you see this, then you'll know. The buses have connected pretty well. My one should be here in about 10 minutes. The bus was quite busy going there and coming back. Traffic was terrible. It's been a hot day. I think lots of people were out probably because of the weather. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to me if you haven't already, and watch out for my next video. Be quiet, seagull, please. They're so loud. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.